I say stop the insanity, the craziness. What am I talking about? Well, bear with me for just a second because the truth always hurts, but you got to start with the truth. I'm talking about this. I'm talking about that Americans today are sicker than they've ever been. They're more tired than they've ever been. They're fatter than ever, broker than ever, and it's all unhealthy by design. I'm talking about corporate America, the marketing media, those who are selling us everything that we don't need, right? And then we've got the AMA agenda. Don't get me started on the Medical Association here. Let me tell you why I say that. Because sickness equals cash in the bank for those who treat sickness but really don't create solutions. Now, I'm not down on the whole medical community, but let me just say that, there's a lot of things I'm unhappy about. Whether you agree with me or not, I'm not going to get on a soapbox today, but here's the thing. Things like cancer. I got to ask that question. Why haven't we found a cure yet? Well, I don't know. Because maybe there's a lot of money to be made by that. Well, here's the thing. Most Americans are living in fear. What does fear create? Stress. Tired. Oh, we're so tired, us Americans, right? And we live in a low quality of life. Now, maybe this isn't you, but you know people like I'm talking about here. And when you live in a low quality of life, you're always in a state of lack and you're always wanting what you don't have. What does that create? Well, you have to keep going out and getting more to make you fulfilled, so you end up broke. Well, that makes us predictable types of people here in America, folks. And then what does that mean? The marketing media knows how to really sell to us because we're predictable when we're broke. This makes us powerless to the whole process, to the whole system. And then we start chasing happiness. We're chasing happiness because we want more, need more, right? And we're so busy that we fall into the fast food trap. We fall into the sugar trap. And what does sugar do? Makes us crash. Then we got to get energy drinks to get back up again so we can keep chasing those things that we think are going to make us happy. And what do we end up? Depressed. Now, I know this sounds really negative, but I mean it is. This is a negative situation that America's in. What am I talking about? America's facing continued economic turmoil, more than ever, and an obesity epidemic of amazing proportions here, like we've never seen before. This is what's made hit shows for the last 12 years like The Biggest Loser such a huge success on television. So what's the answer, right? Well, I say the answer is a magic shake. I'm actually quoting a little girl named Sophie Vega who's 5 years old. So once this video is over, make sure to stay tuned for a video that's by little Sophie Vega who's 5 years old. She's going to explain the challenge that we're talking about here. So just watch the video below this one to get Sophie's view and a sneak peek at what's changed my life and so many other people's lives as well. I'm talking about the Body by Vi challenge is what I'm talking about. A 90-day challenge. The Body by Vi 90-day challenge has given me my life back. I am not kidding. I am so excited and so passionate about this amazing program that I can't wait to share it with you. See, here's the thing. Let me start here. My name's Jerry Myers, and this is my beautiful family here. This is the reason why I'm doing what I do and why I decided to stay here on this planet and not let myself get so bad that it killed me. You can see me in the back there. I'm hanging on to my beautiful wife, LaTanya. And here's our three beautiful girls across the front. Jessica, our oldest, to the left. You got Lindsay, our baby, in the middle there. And Cassie, our middle girl, on the right. Folks, here's the thing. I, Jerry Myers, personally guarantee you will be blown away by what you're about to see. I am so excited to show you how I changed my life with the Body by Vi challenge. And if I can do it, so can you. All right, let's see here. Here's Jerry and Tanya before the 90-day challenge. There's me, big old Jerry. 310 pounds at this point. There's my wife. She wasn't happy with herself at that time either. But voila, fast forward. Thank you, Body by Vi 90-Day Challenge. Here we are right now. We look a whole lot better and feel amazing because of the Body by Vi Challenge. Thank you, Body by Vi Challenge. This is my personal story, my personal sick, fat, tired, and broke story. Let me explain all this. Bear with me and just listen up. I spent a better part of 11 years feeling overwhelmed and defeated by my weight. My struggle with being fat started when I was only 12 years old. I was lucky and I lost most of that weight in high school. I did a salad-only diet at that time as a 16-year-old and I lost all that weight and I got very fit. That all changed, however, after meeting my beautiful wife Latanya and getting married. We were so much in love, we got so comfortable together that I just ate my heart out. I didn't get fat again real fast, though. It was more like a frog in a cold pot of water that gets boiled, not realizing it. I woke up one day. Not really woke up, but I woke up to the realization that I was overweight by about 50 pounds. That was really a difficult year for me as I began to fall back into those old emotional triggers of feeling low about myself, low self-esteem, and not liking my body anymore. I hated to look in the mirror. If that wasn't painful enough, let me tell you a little bit more. I became a youth minister at a local church in Kansas, and I was doing a skateboard outreach to young skateboarders at the time. I had been a skater as a young man, and I decided to get back into it so I could join them and minister to them. And I did fine, for about 8 months. I even got good at it again. I was dropping in on half pipes. I had fun jumping off ramps and grinding rails until one day while I was visiting a local skate park in Joplin, the worst case scenario happened to me when I was 50 pounds overweight. I dropped in on a fast ramp between two boxes, a rail slide, and I lost control of the board and I lost my footing as well. Now, normally this is no big deal for a skateboarder. You just bail off the board and you land hard on the ground. You get back up, you walk it off, you jump back on your board. Not this day. In fact, this day, I attempted to bail off and my right foot never left the board. As my body stayed in motion with the board going about 15 miles an hour, my left foot was already on the ground from attempting to bail. You probably already know where this is going. Yep, you're right. My left foot was planted firmly on the ground with my right foot still moving forward. This caused my body to do the splits, something I was not used to. Now, when the board and my body departed ways, I fell down very hard, and my left foot that was carrying all of my weight at that time, so, due to landing with such strong momentum forward, my left leg ended up bending backwards behind my neck. Ouch! I know this seems like a really amazing kind of cartoon scene where bodies bend and do not break. Well, mine did. In fact, my leg snapped in two so loud it sounded like a 2x4 stud. Then my leg bent back as I rolled over to feel the worst part of it all. As I began to try and sit back up, it felt like someone had poured a gallon of gasoline on my leg and then lit the match. My leg began to burn like it was on fire as the blood began to rush through my leg as I was internally bleeding. This began a whole new journey for me, starting in an ambulance and ending in a hospital emergency room. And a week later, I had surgery to rebuild my leg, my foot, and my ankle. 2 pins, a screw to attach my ligaments back to my bones, rewiring my nerves and resetting my broken bones. Ow! I lay bedridden for 3 weeks. I then began the next step in my journey, learning to walk again, just like a baby. I started physical therapy, and that lasted another 12 weeks. I could literally feel myself beginning to just die inside. At that time, many other tragic and emotionally painful things followed that event. Now, I won't bore you with all the details of my life drama at that time, but let's just say that I bellowed like a grown baby, wailing loudly as I watched all of my dreams and my hard work be destroyed as I lay in bed helpless to do anything about it. I was in a really dark place inside, and I began eating a lot, and eating became my only way of feeling good about myself or about anything. I made food my emotional outlet, and I made it a reward for anything I did. I ate to satisfy my hunger more than my stomach. More than just for my stomach, I mean. I ate myself all the way up to nearly 290 pounds before I realized what I had done and how bad it was. My leg eventually healed about a year later, and I was limping through life as a victim of my own creation. This further added stress to my heart, my lungs, and my back. It was painful. I knew I was fat, but I found ways to justify it and blame my life and others for how it was. Well, when that didn't serve me any longer, I began to then blame myself. Well, that really helped. It helped me to start comfort eating even more. Comfort eating all late-night binges while watching television. Well, after I left the ministry, I went into selling cars. I was selling cars 80 hours a week when I came home. All I wanted to do was eat and relax. So I did this routine daily until I hit 310 freaking pounds. Now, you can judge me if you want to, but I've done enough of that to myself already, so I don't really care. This was just my life then. It's my story. I was a very successful salesman at that time, and I enjoyed my work. I did, however, get sick and tired of having trouble breathing and wearing out on the car lot easily. And not to mention that, I was no fun to be with at home. No fun to be with at all. I was tired and I was angry. It wasn't until I started, however, doing some personal development in the car business that I started to want more for myself out of life. This started me to thinking about having more and living for more. I began to realize that I was drifting away from my wife and my children. This really scared me to death, and it made me start considering an alternate way of thinking and living. My customers also at this time, being very good friends, were very worried about me as well. They would tell me to start taking better care of myself. My blood pressure was through the roof, so my face was always flushed with deep red splotchy spots. People thought I was sick all the time and would ask me if I was okay or if something was wrong. Of course, I would say, "No, I'm fine. I feel great." Liar, liar, pants exploding, buttons popping, inside sobbing. Enough was enough already. I began searching for a cure for my fat sickness. This journey lasted 5 more years and cost me thousands of dollars and tons of wasted time and energy on fad diets, low-carb plans, soup magic, chalky shakes with nasty cleanse programs, multiple memberships to the gym, and even a crazy phentermine prescription. I might as well have been on meth. I only lost 5 pounds on that program and became an animal-type monster that lacked any feeling or emotion for a full 6 months while I did that. Ah! I was so frustrated. I began to wonder if anything would work for me and if God even wanted me to be healthy. Well, to make a long story even longer, I ultimately gave up. Then a friend challenged me to go back to the gym again in January of 2008. I begrudgingly accepted, and I began to work out with him 3 days a week. This resulted in about 15 pounds lost working out, doing 2 to 3 hour workouts. Jeez! Who has time for that, right? Especially when you're getting below average results. And then to just start plateauing? I had had enough already, over again. I figured that I was meant to be a big fat boy for the rest of my life. And I'm sorry that I have to say it this way, but this was just too damn hard. Okay, yes. There is a light at the end of this tunnel we're in together. This is just the truth. This is my story. I gotta tell it the way it is. Anyway, in the fall of 2009, a friend of mine began calling me about Physalis. He sent me some samples and wanted me to join his business opportunity. I, of course, declined because I wasn't interested in that, and I did like the shakes, and I told him I would give them a try. Well, needless to say, he really wasn't interested in selling me product. He just wanted me to join his team. He then moved on, and I only heard back from him again after he wanted me to join his next new big deal. So I know you're wondering where all this is going. Wait for it. Okay, here we go. Another friend, in the beginning of February 2010, told me about a really big thing that was about to sweep the nation. And wouldn't you know it, it was Physalis. He told me, blah, 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 come on, man, let's make some money together. And then while you're at it, he said, join the challenge and loose your gut. I knew I liked the products because I tried them before, and I really only joined to shut him up at first because I liked the idea of getting the shakes and seeing if they would work for me. Now let's fast forward. Let's fast forward to February 2011. The shakes did work. Voila! I was down 75 pounds. And you know what Chris said? He said, Jerry, you should really promote this challenge. I took him at his word and I began planning to do just that. Then a weird event took place. A really weird event took place. In my life, Joplin, Missouri was hit by an EF5 tornado on May 22nd, 2011 at 5:41 p.m. that destroyed our town, shut down any and all plans I had prior to that day. Our home was damaged, our cars were totaled, and our lives were twisted inside and out by a twister. We had no power, no gas, no water, no windows, no healthy food, no work, and my brother had lost his home. So he and his family moved in with us. It was 7 weeks till any of our utilities were restored. We became hermits after the initial rush to aid other people was over after just the second week. All that was left to do at that point was to fight insurance companies and then begin to rebuild our lives and our home as efficiently as possible. So for about another 2 months, my wife and I, we focused on our house day and night while I took an extra job just to help supplement our income. Once most all that was back to a chaotic normal in Joplin, I called my friend Chris and I said, "Hey man, I believe I'm ready to re-engage the challenge and then even promote it." Now, unfortunately, while we were recovering from the tornado, myself and Latanya had put on another 25 pounds during that time due to our eating habits shifting and the added stress. I was ready to do another challenge for sure. So I started again in the middle of August 2011. And I'm now at my lowest weight since we were married. And I'm excited about it. 215 pounds. You can bet I'm excited about that. That's 95 pounds since I started these crazy shakes. The thing is, I love them. They taste great, and I never grow tired of the many flavors and recipes that I can create. Now, I am still going strong using these shakes, and I'm on a journey now to get to 175 pounds. I'm hoping to do it by Christmas so I can give my wife the present of the man she's always dreamed of having and the one I've always wanted to be. I'm excited about that. And that is just 40 more pounds to go to hit my target weight. Believe me, I will hit it. Plus, when I do, I'll be in the best shape of my entire life, especially now that I'm coupling these shakes with my workout program. A huge bonus, too, by the way, is that I get my product for free. I'm going to say that again. I'm getting my product for free. Plus, this is a huge bonus, too. I'm replacing my old coaching income by just hosting challenge parties. We're on track to hit the BMW bonus in the month of October when I'm recording this, and I'm sure that we will also qualify for an even higher rank before January of 2012. You can bet we're excited. So what does all this mean for you? It means that it will work for you too. You can lose weight, have more energy, feel better, and be in the best shape of your life also. So I know now you're probably wondering, Jerry, what is the Body by Vi 90-Day Challenge? Well, I'm glad that you asked. It's a personal transformation. So here's the question. What personal desire or goal for your life or body would you like to achieve over the next 90 days? Pretty good question, isn't it? Well, here's the thing. If you can answer that question, then the next question is this. Are you up for the challenge? If so, then what you'll want to do is enter your name and your email into the box over to the right there where the arrow is and click on the Show Me More button after seeing this video to learn more about how it works and then join the challenge along with me for yourself. Now here's a quick PS you gotta know. You are not required to join any business opportunity. You're not required to promote a business opportunity, and you're never going to have to sell anything in order to join the challenge and get fit. That's a plus to me. Here's another plus. I will even show you how to get your 90-day challenge kit for free and how to do your 90-day challenge for free just like me. Here's what you want to do. You just want to pick a kit, which will be explained in the next page when you watch those videos there. And then you want to get started on your own 90-day challenge today. Here's the thing. Start your 90-day challenge right now. I am looking forward to being a part of your fitness journey. I will be here to guide you, direct you, empower you, and even motivate, inspire, and coach you all along the way. If I can do this, you can too. See you on the next page. I'm looking forward to it. Click on the Show Me More under the arrow right now.